What's happening, YouTube? Yeah, this is Payday Boxing. We here to talk that shit. And I'm gonna get ready to take y'all to church in a minute here, but before we do that, I'd like to ask everybody, click that like button, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We are just getting off and running here in this YouTube boxing game. So, without further ado, the question today, at this moment, is Amir Khan and Terrence Crawford a pay-per-view fight? Now, here's what I think, in regards to Amir Khan and Terrence Crawford and the status of this fight being a pay-per-view or not. Um, and quite truthfully, I don't think that it should be an American pay-per-view fight. Now, the reason I say that, of course, is because, well, you look at Amir Khan, his resume, what he's done, and the fact that he has a country behind him. And then you look at Terrence Crawford, who, of course, as we all know, is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, period, bar none. Until proven otherwise, he's earned that right. Some people may say, it was Alexander Usyk, the other undisputed champion of the world, but, Terrence Crawford did it first, and he's moved up and onward into a higher weight class. So we'll give credit where credit is due and give him his spot, as the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Some people may even argue Canelo Alvarez, but that's a whole nother conversation. In any case, now here's why I think that this fight should be a UK pay-per-view, for a myriad of reasons. Like I said, Amir Khan, in the words of Floyd Mayweather, has a country behind him, an entire country. Like him or love him, Amir Khan does have the UK fan support. He does have the biggest promoter in boxing behind him, in Eddie Hearn, who we all know has the juice out in the UK. So let's look at a few other things about this fight here. Now, it's scheduled that Amir Khan is going to make $5 million and that Terrence Crawford is scheduled to make $3.5 million. The way I interpret that is that they negotiated this fight with Amir Khan as the A side of the fight. Does that mean the fight's going to be in the UK? I don't know. Now, also, what's going to happen, especially for the American audience, is that this fight will be competing directly with Danny Garcia and Adrian Granados. They will also be fighting on the same date, April the 20th. Their fight, however, will be on free TV. So you start asking yourself the question, are you going to get a large audience to pay for a fight when there's also a free fight on television? Now, obviously, Amir Khan and Terrence Crawford are higher quality fighters, together than Danny Garcia and Adrian Granados. But, hey, to the fan who wants to save their money, they may look at it and say, hey, I can spend $75 and get a slightly higher profile matchup, or I can keep my money and watch a pretty decent fight right here on free television. So that's another reason why I believe that this fight, if it's it's going to be on pay-per-view, but this is why I believe the fight should be on a UK pay-per-view as opposed to the US pay-per-view. Now, I also believe that because Bob Arum has ultimately failed Terrence Crawford in promoting him as a boxer. We know Bob Arum's history of losing his top-tier fighters. He's lost all 5 of his biggest fighters ever. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, Mikey Garcia. These are the big name fighters who all decided that for their career, it was better to leave Bob Arum to make more money than with Bob Arum. Now, one of the biggest failures of Bob Arum promoting Terrence Crawford is that he signed the deal with ESPN, which I think, of course, is a great deal. You take the guaranteed money. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, we never see Bud on ESPN. What I believe is that Bud should be on ESPN weekly. Fight or no fight, he should be a regular on ESPN. You know, even talking other sports, you know, we should be getting to know him through ESPN. If ESPN was promoting this man like they should be promoting this man, we would see him as a personality. We would know who he is. All we see him from ESPN is when it comes fight week, or even a month before the fight, we start seeing the commercials, and that's good and great. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about the largest sports network in the country with the biggest platform that they have, we should be seeing Terrence Crawford more regularly. Terrence Crawford should be on First Take every other week. He should be on SportsCenter every other week. Pardon the interruption. He should be on there every other week. And Bob Arum has failed this man because he should be the one pushing for Terrence Crawford to be on these platforms every other week, if not weekly. You know, he should be in front of the American eyes so that when he has a fight, American fans are going to be looking to purchase the fight. What we're going to have when this fight comes out, if it's going to be an American pay-per-view in America, we're going to have the black fight fans who are going to support Terrence Crawford, and even still, you're going to have half of those fight fans supporting Terrence Crawford, because we all know about the civil war going on right now. And I won't say that, you know, all the Spence fans aren't going to be purchasing the fight, but again, there's going to be a free fight in America on television that same night. So could they have picked a better date? I think so. Now, another thing, another reason why I believe that Bob Arum has failed Terrence Crawford is that Terrence Crawford is not on YouTube. You know, where you have all these other fighters who are regularly a part of YouTube channels, they're constantly touching the audience, they're touching the people. Terrence Crawford is not on YouTube either. So we have the largest internet platform, YouTube. We have the largest sports network in ESPN, and we don't see Terrence Crawford's face. You know, so ultimately, that's why I don't think that this fight should be on United States pay-per-view. Now, it probably will be, but, you know, again, this is my opinion. And this is why it hurts, man, because I think Terrence Crawford, he is a truly great fighter. You know, he's a Hall of Fame fighter. He's done something that very few fighters in history can say that they've ever done, as far as making themselves an undisputed fighter. But you have to look at it like this as well. It's 2019 now. Terrence Crawford is going to turn 32 years old this year. At a younger age, at 30 years old, Floyd Mayweather had already knocked out Ricky Hatton, and he was retired as the biggest name in boxing. And at age 32, that's when he returned to boxing. You know, Terrence Crawford is light years behind where Floyd Mayweather was, and a lot of people will say that Terrence Crawford has a lot of the same skills that Floyd Mayweather has. As far as the skill level of a fighter, a lot of people will say Terrence Crawford is the closest thing to Floyd Mayweather. So why is Terrence Crawford not Floyd Mayweather? I point to none other than Bob Arum. So again, that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, my opinion on this is just that, hey, this fight is probably going to be on a US pay-per-view. It should probably be on a UK pay-per-view. Get Amir Khan's fans behind him. I think they could sell a lot more to the UK audience if they make this a more UK-friendly fight. But that, of course, remains to be seen. So that's my word on this take. Let the church say amen, and I'll catch you on the next one.